1, 2, 3. Welcome to our 4th episode of Where's the Flag? We're excited to get into this one. We're going to be talking about the national team final roster and
buckle up, everybody. We got hot takes. These ladies are going wild. Lori's got crazy ideas, and she can't wait to tell everybody.
everybody in the house. So before we get into the final roster, I do want to kind of go over the alternates.
Yep.
And I want to go over the alternates because I was surprised. What?
You just gotta talk to the mic.
Oh, shoot. I am surprised by some of them. And the first one I'm surprised is Sarah. Sarah's last name... Masucci. I'm so sorry. I do not know how to pronounce your last name, but I didn't hear your last name in Vegas. I heard your first name.
I would guess Masucci.
You know, maybe a difficult last name, but a player that absolutely... I've only seen her live when we were down in Vegas a couple months ago, and I think she was one of the players that just blew me away.
Well, she was in one of the top 10 videos, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was top 10 video. I would argue she was probably the 5 top player.
Yeah.
At least down in Vegas.
Yeah.
But just being able to perform on both sides of the ball. And from what I understand, right, and multiple sources have told us, this is USA football has gone to these girls that are trying to make a name for themselves and has said, like, hey, you need to be able to perform on both sides of the ball, right? And this is where I was a little surprised she didn't make the final 12 because in Vegas, and I don't know, again, I don't know, I wasn't there at camp, I wasn't there at the trials, so it's like, it could be different, but at Vegas, like, she performed on both sides of the ball. She was making picks left and right. Big plays. Very consistent at pulling her flags. Amazing contested catches. I just thought she played out of this world. And so, honestly, I was really disappointed once they announced the final roster.
Yeah.
I was disappointed that she was listed as an alternate. So,
well, and one thing I just want to say, like, what's been kind of interesting ever since, like, starting this podcast, we started paying attention to certain players, more paying attention to the national team, because we were always familiar with them, but, like, we're really, like, diving into it now.
Yeah.
And, like, you start to root for some players, you know, and I think Sarah's one of those players for you, like, as you've gotten to know her game more.
I don't know why either, because, like, I have never seen her
Yeah, but she killed it, though, in Vegas. Like, how could you not?
Man, like, that was, I think it's, like, a true fan there, where it's just, like, I honestly... I do apologize, but I have never seen her play before that.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, I don't know what really caught my eye. I just, I first of all, I'm a sucker for, tall receivers or tall, quarterbacks. You know that. And so when I do feel like for women, the taller you get, the harder it is to be as agile, the harder it is to be as fast. And, she's pretty tall and she can still really move. And so, she just immediately was just like, okay, I'm a fan. Like, just being able to play on...
Well, I feel like most of the time when you have players that can play both sides, I feel like they excel better at one side than the other. Mm-hmm. I feel like she equally is good on both sides. And I feel like you don't see that a lot.
Yeah.
So... Well,
and, like, just talking about the, like, players you start to admire. It's like, I've known who... And I know you're going to talk about this a little bit more later, but, like, I've just grown to really appreciate Lacey's game, Like... Lacey just, I've known who she was a long time. I think, didn't we see her, the first tournament I ever went to, she was at, wasn't it?
What?
Lacey?
What tournament?
Mesquite?
Was this when she played for Lace Up?
No, the first time I saw her, actually, I didn't see her play in 5s. I saw her play in
Contact?
7s. Yeah, it was our first time at Worlds. So when we were, Crimson Wave at the time, that was in 2023.
So that's what I'm saying. I've known of her for a long time, but then, like, the last couple months, just really, like, watching a lot of her game, watching her stuff. It's just like, man, you just really learn.
We're gonna circle back to her.
Yeah, but
we're gonna circle back to her.
She's one that I just like she just, it feels like she does everything well. You know?
So, anyways, we are gonna go down the alternate list, and one of the other alternates was Ariel. We also saw her down in Vegas. She was
Yeah.
playing for Shrooms. She also made the top 10 highlight.
Yeah.
Had some crazy picks there. Jackie Crow was
Oh, yeah.
one of them. How do you
Jackie,
feel about that?
I was very surprised because I was hoping to see, you know, a new face on the national team. And because I feel like a lot of the players we have right now, they've all played together before, or they're all like from Texas. Like a lot of
Yeah.
them are. And so I feel like she would have been the one that was different, that didn't already play on Apex, or I guess that's mainly their team, maybe Game Changers. But anyways, she would be the one that was like different, I feel like, from everyone else. And I think she's a great athlete, and I was shocked that she didn't make it because I was rooting for her.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah.
I thought it would have been.
I mean,
nice.
like, to piggyback off of that, I think someone like her, it gives other people hope
Yeah.
that are trying to make a name for
yeah,
themselves.
if you're not always with those girls from before, like, and you live in, I'm gonna say again,
Yeah.
Texas, because I feel like that was a huge thing. Football's huge there.
So, next person on our list is Valentina Finetti.
Oh yes, she
I-
was second string quarterback, or going for quarterback too.
Yeah, she was going for quarterback. I didn't know this until we researched it a little bit more. Utah Sting played against her.
Worlds?
Yeah, at Worlds
blue
this
and
past
black
year.
team?
Yeah. That non-contact platform.
That's right.
I-
I don't remember the team.
I don't remember the team. I don't know if she was actually with the team or if she was just helping out
Yeah.
the team. But she had some pretty long balls.
Yeah.
They were pretty. So, I think. But I'll be honest. If she's an alternate and she needs to be brought in, I think she can play that part.
Oh, for sure.
1, 2, 3, and we're back. Maybe one day we'll have a podcast, or we'll have an episode where there's not so many interruptions, right?
yeah.
Where we don't have to go through, and because
would
so
be
far
nice.
It's the dog, Lori. It's the dog.
just the last 3 episodes, there's so many. Well,
of
we got to redo
stops.
this. There's this. One day, or maybe not. Maybe there's going to be a lot of takes. So we left off at Alex Harris. Did a little bit of digging on her.
Yeah.
She played for Florida Gateway. I watched some of the NAIA.
Yes.
Damn, that's really hard. NAIA. No, actually not
say
that hard. I'm just
Naya.
fucking dyslexic. I watched some of the games. Primarily, I watched the Ottawa and Kaiser.
Yeah.
And I primarily watched them, but I did watch a little bit of Gateway, and
Did they also play against Kaiser too?
No,
Who was it against?
they
So it was kind of funny. Like the tournaments were all having at the same place, but they had 3 different going on: 2 NAIA and then 1 JUCO.
Oh.
I understand why JUCO wouldn't play against NAIA because they're technically different
the
levels.
A and B. And
Yeah.
we mentioned this in the third
Yeah.
episode. We don't
Somebody
know why
tell us,
it's A
tell
and
us.
B, when it's just like, shouldn't it, like, whoever the winner of A and then the winner of
against
B,
B?
they play
Like,
against
why
each
not?
other? I don't understand it, but like back to JUCO.
Yeah.
Florida
who are they
Gateway
playing against?
College. I don't know who they played against. Sorry for that team. I just know Gateway was good,
Yeah.
and it shows because they won this was their third
that's
national
crazy. 3 years in a
championship.
row?
Do you guys know what that feels like? No. No, I don't. I
I
don't
mean,
know.
I won, but-
What
yeah.
are you hinting at? I don't even know what you're hinting at.
I don't think they know what it feels like, but you and I personally, we know what it feels like.
Yep.
So
What
that
are
must.
you hinting at, Lori? I don't understand.
What? Huh?
What do you-
What feels like?
What? Huh?
Going to a
What
good
does what feel like?
What? Like a championship? And get
Oh, one of those.
some
Yeah, yeah.
championship ring. You don't know.
Unfortunately, I do not.
No, maybe one day we'll
I'll have to bring them in.
we'll
Yeah.
have to.
Mine looks
But
like a
I
wedding.
did
know-
play
you know-
in college, though. Ooh.
Did you win anything in that?
Did you
I have
see?
a big
did your
ol'
cleats
I have a big old ring.
touch?
Have I showed you my big old
Did your
ring?
cleats
Jackson?
touch the field?
They touched
shit.
the outside of the field. That bench was hot as hell because I sat on it so
You
hard.
sat it so warm, and when you had someone
those
come
players
sit on, you're
came
like,
off-
"Come sit on my seat. I saved it warm.
Yeah, exactly.
I saved
Hey,
it for you."
you play your role, whatever that is. If it's riding the wooden pony, it's riding
You know
the
what?
wooden
I'm
pony.
feeling that right now with Utah's thing. Just playing my role. It's I'm there to
Shut
video.
up,
I'm
no.
there to help coach.
Here's the thing, though. For all those people, like I'll be honest. I played the University of Missouri. I was 4-string, nothing D end, but like I'll be honest, I got more out of that experience. Because I was one of the better players in my high school team, but like we just didn't have, we just had no potential. We had potential. We just didn't like accomplish anything. Whereas like me personally, I'd rather be a smaller cog in a big engine that's doing really cool things than be the
Cog.
or get
A cog?
gear.
No,
Yeah.
I was just keep
Part.
going.
Right.
Yeah.
What were you getting at?
She's thinking.
No.
He's
I
a
don't
bigger
mind
in a-
small cock and a big whoop. No.
Oh, boy. All right, moving on.
Anyways,
gosh.
but I'd rather be like play my role well, because like I played scout team, and like I think I gave it my all. My all wasn't my all. You know what's
he did
funny?
see the field.
Have you heard like that's just all bullshit?
Yeah.
Like no one liked him. Like
Hey, don't say that. It ruins the movie. I don't
it
like
does
the
ruin
movie.
the
I don't
good
like it.
movie, but like never mind. Yeah, I don't have to go into it.
All right,
But anyways.
cog.
I'd rather be like that. I'm more proud of my time being a 4-string nothing at University of Missouri than being like I was second team all state when I was at Parkway West.
Ben did win some awards, and that's pretty cool. And so did Alex Harris. She won the FCSAA Women's Flag Football First Team
Offense
Conference.
and defense.
Offense and defense.
That's crazy.
I could see some Joe Schmo out there that not understand what kind of award that is.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you 5
My
years
name's
down the
Ben.
road.
Okay,
What?
my name's Ben.
yeah, but to
Joe
win that for
Schmo.
both sides of the ball too is huge.
No, I completely agree. And I think 5 years down the road that award is gonna start meaning something
Oh, yeah, for sure.
to people that once flag football, and it's already growing, but
Oh,
it's
so
only gonna
fast.
get bigger. It's only
Here's something I'm really curious about, right? So, obviously it's JUCO, NAIA, not D1, whatever. But like what I'm really curious is like when I think it'll become D1 in a couple of years, right? And I wonder like, are these girls like right now they're probably, not very glamorous, right? But I wonder if this puts them on the fast track to be considered for D1 programs, And like I hope it like these girls are laying the groundwork for women's college flag football, and I hope they get to reap the benefits of it.
Yeah.
Get to see the higher side of it.
yeah. Agreed. And then we've got our
Janae Scott.
Janae Scott, the last name for the alternates.
Alternates, yeah.
She plays for Thomas University down in Georgia. I don't know how you play in the summer there because
The
it is
humidity.
f***ing hot. The humid, like Ben, you'd understand, like being from, Missouri, and you've told me some of the games, some of the, spring ball that you would go through. Like gross.
Walking to the store
Well,
is like
Jackson
you might get sweaty.
did
Yeah.
some summer sales in Georgia too, didn't you? He never wants to ever go back.
You're a
No.
sales bro.
He
You're a
was.
sales
You were
bro.
a
Not many
sales
people
bro?
One
know that.
summer. One summer.
How'd you
Yeah,
do? How'd you do?
I know. Look
Not
at him.
good.
And to be
good.
located in Georgia,
Isn't that
it is
crazy?
humid
Who
down
did you
there.
do summer sales for too?
It's not a big deal.
No, who is it? I'm
About
curious.
Moving on.
No, who is it? Lauren, who is it?
It
Who?
was Vivint, wasn't it?
Oh,
Oh,
why is
yeah,
that?
Basic?
Seriously,
That's just
a
company.
basic-
That's what everyone does, or it's what Greenix or something.
What?
It's like some like insect.
I get
thing.
to sue these companies now. It's
Oh,
pretty great.
for what?
Neglect.
We don't have to talk about
Do you
that.
get a wait? Do you get a sue Vivint?
Probably not Vivint, but
My dad works there, so I just want to know.
then I'll go after it. No, I won't go into it. That's not interesting.
Maybe someday. Anyways, Thomas University, they also played a part. They
In the
participated in the NAIA finals.
Yep.
Were you gonna say something?
Nope.
Oh, okay. And then I also noticed that he played for Shrooms.
How did she get into that, you think?
I would love to know that.
Because a lot of their players are like from Shrooms is also based in Texas as well.
I think so.
Yeah.
From what I understand,
Most
most
of
of
their
them.
girls
Yeah.
from Texas. So I wonder how they connected with her from Georgia. So that's crazy.
Yeah.
But that's an awesome opportunity though, to play with them because they're a good team. So
So that's a little fun nugget that we just kind of found.
To balance the representation here, I'm going to mention that Shrooms did beat us in Worlds. We're not going to just mention when we beat teams.
Why you gotta do that?
We only lost by a point.
I
And shout
you
out
do
to
Worlds was rough.
Why you gotta do that?
because I gotta give them their flowers.
Yeah, they did good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did good. They yeah, sure. I will only talk about when we beat them. I won't.
I like to win. Is that a problem?
Oh,
Losing's part of winning.
Not in the first round.
We didn't lose. We lost to them in pool. That was the thing that the hardest thing about Worlds is like we usually never lose pool play
usually
games.
Utah Sting has never lost
That's
a
not
pool
true.
play game.
Yep. There's a
We
first
lost
for everything.
we lost to Osas White. Oh wait, we pretend that doesn't happen. I
We
forgot.
pretend that never happened.
You
Like,
don't say pretend. You have to say like, what are you talking about, Ben?
Oh yeah, what are you talking about?
It's gone.
It's like so. Anyways, Shrooms. I think that gives us a pretty good segue into talking about the
top 12.
final. The final 12.
Yeah.
And I think it's a good segue because we'll start with Bree.
Mm-hmm.
Brianna Hernandez
Silva,
is
who
the
also played for Shrooms. She started with Shrooms. She plays on the defense, right? On the defense side.
Yeah, which I'm kind of surprised because when I saw her down in Vegas, I thought
Saw
she
her
really
do a lot
excelled
more
in
on
offense.
Yes, I was gonna say some of those videos I've seen of her.
like some of those videos, and maybe we get to replay them again.
Yeah.
We'll put them up on the screen where, like, these one-handed catches where you are laying your whole body out on the ground, catch it one-handed, and do you guys know what I'm trying to say? Like when you put your whole body, Jax is like, no, you need to.
What do you not understand?
Start the over because you're not explaining yourself. These one-handed catches where you are diving for the ball, so your
Yeah.
whole body is in the air and landing pretty hard and still like
Catching it with one
completing the
hand?
catch. Yeah.
that is
And
crazy.
so she made some crazy catches. So I'm kind of surprised that they have her on defense, even though like it was probably every game she got a pick
Yeah.
down in Vegas. So it's just like I'm not saying she doesn't belong
do
on
good,
defense.
yeah.
It's just offensively wise, she had some really good games. So the next one up on the list is again
Probably
yes,
Delia or Delia?
So the cool thing about her is she is a coach for
Oh, an assistant for
for a varsity women's flag football team down in Tampa. They're
way.
called Robinson High School.
Yeah.
I want to double check.
Oh,
that
is
one.
that so? Like where Ava and then went to high school.
Yes, give me a second. Give me a second.
wow.
Interesting.
No, but that's a huge accomplishment to also be a coach for
Yeah.
a team. 'cause
Yeah, coach varsity. Yeah, Robinson High School.
In
So
Tampa.
yeah,
huge.
they just took state this past year. Some little fun facts there. Linnea Bryan.
Oh yeah. Well, she was on the team in the past too, wasn't she?
Yeah,
Last year?
this is
Yeah.
most of these girls. It's their third year.
Wow.
Yeah. So when was the first time you saw Linnea
Just-
live?
Did she ever play on like Apex or no?
Yeah, she's played on Apex.
I think that's.
Was it just Vegas? Was your
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, she didn't really like stick out to me as much as someone like Sarah,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I didn't really notice her yet until we sort of got into the national team,
Yeah.
honestly. All right. Ready? Can I?
1, 2, 3. Okay.
right.
Back to what we were saying. Linnea.
yeah, we're talking about Linnea.
Yeah,
Third year.
I saw her a
Worlds.
little bit at Worlds.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, the only time I saw her is when she was getting picks So, you know, it clicked for me because then I saw her in Vegas and I was like, oh, that's who that chick is.
Yeah.
And so I really like her aggressiveness on defense. I like her mentality. It's like, you know what it's like? It's like the best secondary of NFL history. No fly zone. Do you know who I'm talking about? You know, the
I
best
think you're
secondary.
meant to say Legion of Boom.
No. The
Seahawks.
best secondary. 2015. Broncos defense locked the in. And that's what Linnea does. She locks
Name
in.
name the players on that secondary.
Chris Harris Jr., Aqib Talib, TJ Ward. What?
Can you get the last one?
What do you mean?
Can you get the last one?
I can. Roby.
Ooh, she did it.
All of you guys, they are the
It was
best
scary.
secondary.
It was scary there at the end.
Yeah, no, they are I will go down the rest of my life where it's like they are the best secondary in NFL history. So
So which of those players does Linnea remind you of?
that's a good one. Probably Chris Harris Jr.
You gotta like pull up a clip from that time.
Yeah.
And then have a video of her and
Yeah.
Oh, to Lori, clip here. Let's have a moment of silence for the clip.
So
We'll
yeah.
just imagine Chris Harris Jr. playing. Maybe superimpose Linnea's face over it, or vice versa.
Honestly, I think I'm gonna do that now. I'm gonna make an edit.
what was that
Well-
trend that they were doing with videos where they would make the players have like a giant head? Did you see like a lot of
I did
I don't know
see
who
that.
started it, but they'd have the girl's tiny body, giant head.
I don't
And
know who started it. Who perfected
funny.
it was Natalie. Who's that photographer we always go through?
the black
Black Diamond.
Black
Diamond?
Diamond. Yeah.
Shout out Black Diamond.
Yeah.
She's
Photographer.
such a like. She's so nice to work with. You know what I
She
mean?
is great to work with. Her pricing is like so manageable because I think some of these photographers like they get to just like up the
whatever they
pricing
want,
and
yeah.
she makes it so affordable because there's teams like Utah Sting that we don't have sponsors. This is paid all out of pocket. So yeah, I think I don't know who started it, but the
you
Black
go.
Diamond
Do something like
photography is I liked her big head thing.
Yeah.
So maybe I can ask her for some tips on how to do that. She can do it like with the photo. I don't know if she can do it with video.
No,
And I am learning on the go with this editing shit. Like it has been.
Bro, your last couple posts have been pretty impressive.
I am trying. I am trying to get
She
there.
spends a lot of
Go
hours.
Iron Man.
Bro, when you said that, okay, so for our top 10, I wanted to create this like ESPN look of like, top 10,
it
make
was
it like
so
all
good.
digital, really cool. And I got so excited.
Yeah.
And I go to Jax and Ben and I'm like, what do you guys think of that or of this or whatever? And here's the thing, it does look like it, but Jax is like, looks like Iron Man. Totally.
Like the chest
I was just like,
part.
me, I'm not gonna, I don't want to do this
No, I think
anymore.
the videos
thought
are awesome.
it's total
See
now.
a bunch of the
I-
girls repost those videos too.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
those highlights are so good.
all from scratch, guys. I
Yeah.
made that all from scratch. And
Except the Iron
I
Man part.
probably spent way too much
Well, Tony Stark made it in a cave.
Okay. Well, you know what?
Were you watching like Iron Man when you made that?
I was like, this is it, guys. I am a genius. No, so I've only put out the first 4, so 10, 9, 8, and 7, and I don't want to put out anymore because it looks super
they're
dumb.
So good.
It really is a cool visual, even though it does look like Iron Man.
Exactly like Iron Man.
But that's fine.
It's cool.
Okay, so this time go around, we'll roll with it,
cool.
and I will never
Next one, do
use
like
it again.
a Thor
Yeah.
themed or something. You know? Use like an axe
Have a lightning
somehow,
bolt
or
that comes
not
in.
axe
And
hammer. Yep.
oh my hell.
That'd be kinda cool, actually.
Gosh.
'Cause yeah, never mind. That'd be awesome.
Okay. Yeah.
Well,
Honestly, then you the next time
Watch the
I
gears
start,
work,
let's do
guys. Watch the gears work.
I
and
should-
Yeah,
everything.
the
I
gears
should
are working
try-
right now because it's just like, okay, you need to come over and just give me the
Just
idea.
give me the computer, and then I'll try to
you
do
do
something,
it.
and we'll see how it goes. Because it's probably gonna be 10 times worse.
It is so different compared to, I think in the past I've always used just something like CapCut or
Yeah.
whatever,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I think if we can really dive into making better videos
Mm-hmm.
and stuff, but when you do that, you do have to start using stuff like Adobe.
Yeah.
And Adobe is just like you're doing
There's so
everything on your
much. Mm-hmm.
own. Everything on your own. And so there has been some mental breakdowns.
Oh, I'm sure.
At 3 a.m. in the morning where it's just like, guys, I don't know. It just looks like Iron Man. I don't know where to.
But don't worry, guys. It does not affect how she treats her husband at all.
At all. Like he gets
I don't know how she does it.
Effects
She wakes up chipper as ever.
Yes. Oh my. I'm sorry. Thank you for dealing with all my shit.
Honestly, out of all of us, you do the most work on
Yeah,
this than
I was
everyone.
about to
Like
say.
you edit, you do our social
like,
media.
we should all be paying
I'm
you
trying to get her-
do this.
Maybe I shouldn't say that out loud. I'm trying to get her to quit her job.
Yeah, don't say that yet.
Okay.
There are some people that I work with that watch this, so this is not going in the podcast.
We're gonna have to cut this.
Yeah, this is gonna have to be cut for sure, because I can't quit.
I think if we had like a sponsor or something.
Here's the
then-
thing. F- it. We're not
Maybe-
cutting this. Lori's quitting. This is her 2 weeks notice.
I guess there's only 2 people, and they won't care if
Will
I
they
say
make
this.
it
Which
this
two?
far?
What?
Which two? He might think this is funny. I don't know. Lori won't let me meet anyone from her work. I don't know if she even really has a job. She
Okay.
might just be selling feet pics. I don't know.
That's a good business plan.
So if you guys,
On to the next.
No. I want to explain something here. I keep things in boxes, and so I keep my work in a box. I keep my social life in a box. I keep everything in boxes.
So what
and
is
I have
this?
I have a.
What box are we?
It's a football box. Oh, what box are we?
Yeah, but I also feel like we're a friendship. And it's
Yeah.
almost turned into
Whoa,
a work
whoa,
box
whoa,
too.
whoa.
No, we are a squad box. This is a squad.
like we're a friendship.
Almost. This is
Not quite
mostly
there.
work.
Not
This
quite
is mostly
there.
work,
This
but
is a
I thought it was
business
football.
relationship. Let's
Is
not
it
get too
football,
cozy here.
Work, friends.
it is.
I just wanna know all your
the
boxes,
circles
Lori.
that all overlap were in the middle.
I think we started on like one where it's just
It's like
got
a
2,
Venn
and
boxogram.
now we're going into like the middle.
Yeah, maybe everything's not a box anymore. Maybe things are merging.
Cubes.
Ugh, this is scary, guys.
See, I'm the opposite. I'm the opposite.
Okay, I think she's picturing like
Cubes are not round.
I'm saying like a soft square. Cause she's like, I don't think these are in squares
A cube
anymore.
is not a soft square. It's a box.
it is very cut. It's
No,
maybe
it's not. Your ring is a cube shape and it's round.
Not this one.
your ring
Yeah, his wedding ring.
I'm cool.
Actually.
is a cube.
I might have it. If you want to show them.
It's
so they know
it's
what
a
I'm
it's
talking
a
about.
cube, and you're
not
saying
that
it's
I'm an
round.
The
idiot.
inside's a circle. The outside's cube-ish.
Okay, we're gonna get back into this. We
You
have
are
to do
being
the 1,
so
2, 3.
bad about your mic right now. Like,
Sorry, I'm super.
She
okay.
almost needs
fine.
one of the. You almost need to just get like a little one
Something.
and attach it to her shirt.
I don't know what it is this time.
Just
I'm
in
very
case.
I'm very
okay,
okay.
let's get back into it.
Oh my gosh! Sorry, I did not say 1, 2,
You
3.
didn't say anything.
That's my bad. I got.
You went for it.
Why did we all want
You guys, we're supposed to be one brain right now. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Okay.
Amber Clark Robinson?
Yeah. Back to the list here. Stay.
See, Lori, you did it again.
Oh shit! Yeah, I'm sorry. God damn. Okay.
Lori's struggling to talk into her mic.
I am. Sorry, my bad. I'm really jumpy this time. Go round. But okay, so
No
Amber
way.
Clark Robinson. Is it okay if I say she has the biggest biceps I've ever seen in my entire
Oh,
life?
it's that girl.
It is massive. If I
Let's say,
were to
like,
line
she's,
up,
like, ripped.
No, she's absolutely
Like,
ripped. Like
yeah.
if I were to line up, right, and I'm a receiver and I see
I'd be
her in front of
terrified.
me, I was just like, I'd be like, holy.
Thank God we're not playing contact.
No, like honestly, she could probably win an arm wrestling match against all four of us. Like that's like she's absolutely ripped.
Yeah.
But a little fun nugget that I found is she's head coach for St. Mary's.
Oh, really?
So it's
No
like
way.
that's really cool, and I love hearing.
What's
and we-
St. Mary's though?
What?
In Minnesota?
What's St. Mary's?
What is St. Mary's?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and tell us.
College.
We follow them, so they're STMU on Instagram.
Yeah.
So yeah, they were just
Yeah.
in. I don't know if they're at JUCO or NAI, but yeah, they just played in the tournament.
Yeah.
I think they're down in Florida.
I
Or
think they
there's
are, too.
also an Indiana one too, so I don't know.
I mean, yeah, St. Mary's is pretty
There's
pretty
multiple.
common.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I thought was really interesting there is, first of all, she's a head coach.
Yeah. That's huge.
And well, it's kind of like what we said in the third episode, where it's just like it'll be fun once we start seeing more and more women coaching this sport. You know, people like her, where they are playing and then they're also creating a path for this new generation. Is really inspiring to see. So
I just think it's different because like a lot of the men that are coaching right now, it's like they haven't played women's flag football.
Yeah, you guys don't know what you're talking
It's
about.
different. I just think it's a little bit different from someone who has been playing.
Yeah.
Well, and like kind of we talked about like last time is like I would honestly love to be able to pass on the sting to women coaches or whatever, but I just think like the majority of football expertise still lies with the men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I think part of our role is to like help pass on that knowledge, so like it can be more women dominated
Yeah.
sport, and so I can just not have to go to these tournaments and do something I want to do instead.
Well, I mean, you'll still go. You'll just film now.
Probably.
Probably. So yeah, no, 100%, totally agree. And it's really fun to see that more and more. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, we are back. Ashley Edwards. What?
The Operation Safe.
Yeah, you just say okay.
Ben.
Oh, Ben.
My bad.
You silly goose.
Rats.
Okay, Ashley Edwards.
Yes.
We saw her a little bit in Vegas.
On Apex, yes.
What I do want to, from the last time we were talking, I went to, obviously you go on and do a little bit of research on all of these girls, and I went to go double check and make sure she was a third year.
Yeah.
And so she has played for the women's national team, and this is going to be her third year, but I was able to go in and look at some of her highlights.
Yeah.
This past IFAF tournament, she absolutely killed it.
Oh,
She
the
was
amount of
a
interceptions she
pick machine. Like I think against what?
Finland?
Oh, against Finland, she had like 3 of them. Like
Yeah.
pick machine. I think she
think
ended up
everyone
getting.
had a couple. Actually, shouldn't
I
say
think,
that, but
like
USA is so
probably
good.
Yeah. We'll just say that USA's defense is just really, really, really good. As in, every single one of them got a pick.
Yep.
But I think she even got the award of like the player with the most picks that
really?
tournament. So that was
Is that
kind
the
of
name of the award? Player with the most picks award?
no.
Need some creativity. It's
probably-
work on our creativity.
I'm actually kind of curious. I want to see what I
The
actually
player
read there.
with the most picks award goes to
What would you name it? What would you call it?
the pick award.
Most
I don't know.
interceptions.
And you that's better than pick award. Like that's just as bad as freaking.
What about most interceptions?
That's lame.
That seems realistic.
most interceptions IFAF World Championship award?
That's
Did I just not just say it? You
That
guys
is
are all
lame.
stupid.
Either way,
You could
it's
say,
really
like,
cool. That's
I-
really cool. The most
cool
picks.
award. We can work on the name though.
Yeah, true. It's true.
No, but that's awesome to be nominated for that.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a huge.
She
accomplishment.
wasn't nominated.
Well,
she
huge
won.
accomplishment.
She won it.
Yes.
It's all hers.
I don't
That's
feel like
her
you would know
award.
though what
And
that means to win
this-
something.
this-
So
This month's winner
Sorry.
nominees for the most picks is the girl who won the most picks.
all right.
The math isn't mathing.
Oh my hell. Okay, we're on to Izzy
Garachi.
Garachi. I would have Garachi.
It's like Garachi.
I feel like there's a lot of Italian names. Is that if that's not Italian? I'm so
I almost
sorry,
just
but
met-
I don't know why I got.
Oh yeah, Robinson and Bryan and Edwards.
You're
And
you're
Jones.
appropriating some culture
Those
right
are
now,
very
Lori.
Italian names.
I know,
Let's do
but maybe actually there's like no Italian
There
name.
we go. Sylvia. Silva. Whoops.
I take it back. I take it back. Oh my gosh, Lauren just took a fat dump on my.
But Izzy.
But Izzy,
Izzy's an amazing
Isabella.
player. Oh boy. Watch her not be Italian.
Bro, okay, Izzy, I'm so sorry if that's not your.
I mean, Isabella Garachi, like that sounds right.
It does,
I
but
feel like this is a safe bet. We might be stereotyping. Our bad.
oh my gosh.
I think Izzy is an amazing player. I didn't really know much about her until this year.
Which is crazy. I feel the same way. But she's been on the team for a
Yeah.
long time.
Yeah.
And all of her highlight videos I see, she's just makes crazy plays. She played college basketball, and then I didn't know. You told me earlier that she also had a history of playing tackle.
So
and a little bit
she's been
of-
playing football since she was 7 years old.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. And then I think it wasn't an interview. She was just there in New York.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what was going on, but they were shouting out on like flag football and how it's going to be Olympic
Yeah.
sport. And they just had like a little tidbit of, Izzy was there. And then I think there was someone from the men's team that was there.
Oh,
And that's
yes,
when,
yes.
so that's when I found out she was saying that, yeah, she's been playing since she was 7 years old. And I think she played tackle her freshman year.
Yeah.
So,
Freshman year of high school?
and then she went on and played basketball
Upstate.
upstate. That's in
Maybe it's
South
DP
Carolina.
yeah.
It's D1. So,
Yeah. So
yeah.
What were her stats?
Upstate
Did you look up her stats?
Nope.
no, but her videos, she looks.
Her videos look pretty cool. Ben's going to look up her stats. And
You should
so,
look up Upstate and make sure I'm saying it right, or that is the
upstate.
right place.
Point.
A little bit fixated.
No,
at this
I know you
point.
are,
Do,
so do it later.
Ashley Clam.
Ashley Clam.
That's no. This will also be her
What the
third
hell?
year as well.
Yes.
She plays for Kaiser. too.
Kaiser they went to the NAIA championship.
Yeah.
They lost against Iowa or Ottawa.
Ottawa.
But
Still
the game I did watch that game.
Yeah.
And it was very apparent that Ashley Clam was probably the best on that team.
Yeah.
She was killing it.
He also got to announce like the 132nd.
Yeah, for like Kansas City, right?
That's
pick
so
for
no
the-
for Texas
Texas.
because
Who was
she's a
Kansas?
Texas.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's an
Crouch
ambassador
did.
for the Texans. That's awesome.
Yeah, I forgot about that little nugget. That's really
Yeah.
cool, actually.
I-
It was fun to see her up on stage like that.
Yeah.
I wonder how she felt like seeing
Oh,
that
I'd
many
be
people
so
in front of you. I'd
nervous.
be like, the
And
next
there's just a
pick.
camera in your face too the whole time as you're walking. So
That was really cool that she got to represent that. Because she did a little shout out too, right?
Yeah.
For women's flag football. So, but next on the list is London
London.
Jenkins.
oh yeah.
I remember you were talking about USA.
The latest clip they just posted of her. She had some crazy plays. We have to pull it up.
Sounds like they all have crazy plays.
What did you say though? They
Loco
said cheat code.
Fuegos.
That's right. That's right.
Cheat code, L3 cheat code.
Yeah, you were showing me some of those videos. It's like,
Yeah.
God damn.
Talking to the mic.
Because I have no idea. Like I didn't know who she was until we started looking at her.
When we brought up London Jenkins before, you said she was pretty good. Did you?
Yeah, like I've seen her. She hasn't someone. I don't think I've ever seen her play in
On
person.
a team. Yeah.
But like she's definitely an impressive player. It is hard with highlights though, because like you tend to put the highlights of your best games.
Right.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So it's like it's hard. You can't see a body
She
of
played
work.
for a college or not.
In a highlight.
Oh, yeah,
Timberwolves.
Timberwolves.
Yeah.
That's one of the girls that are on the alternates. She plays for Timberwolves. So is that
Oh, wow.
Gateway? Can you double check for me?
Yeah.
I think that's Florida
Tampa.
Gateway,
Yeah.
the Timberwolves. I think that's who she played for.
I think that's Minnesota. You're thinking of Timberwolves.
Yeah, Minnesota.
Yeah, Florida
Timberwolves,
Gateway.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was gonna say she looks like she plays for a college team. So
Do we know if this is her first year?
I think it is. I haven't seen her post.
I've heard her name before. but
Yeah.
I just it's so like I said, so funny now that we're like
I
paying
think
attention
this is
more.
her first time because I haven't seen anything posted before for the USA.
Wow.
So
okay,
that's
so we've got Bree in London. That it's going to
that'll
be their first year.
That's so exciting.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, next
So
we have-
congrats, London. Back, and then we're gonna go to Macy. I don't want to.
John Sitch.
Don Sitch.
John Shitch.
John Sitch. Macy. I guess she.
She also plays
she's-
the quarterback too.
Yeah, I saw some of her highlights just from this last IFAF
Yeah.
when they're playing against Finland. I thought she was good, or she was better at receiver. She looked pretty fast.
Yeah.
It was kind of funny. They used her as a secondary quarterback, but I didn't really get to see her throw that much. Actually, I saw Linnea
throw more. I was gonna say, I think I confused them.
But congrats to her on making the national team. Addison Osborne, she's their rusher.
Oh, okay, yes.
Pretty quick. You see these other teams around the world, these other countries, and their rushers need some coaching. I don't think they really know how to break down. And I think Addison would be a. I think Addison would be a great coach because I think it's pretty textbook on what she does. She's pretty good at. First of all, she's pretty fast, but she's good at breaking
gotta break
down.
down
She's good at keeping the quarterback in front of her. She knows like when to either pull a flag or try to
Block it from
block
being
the
thrown.
throw. So.
Well,
you know,
I've noticed from watching some of those clips, a lot of them just run right past the quarterback, and I don't think they realize how much goes into being a rusher.
Yeah.
And how much that can affect.
I
the
would
player.
actually argue it's probably the second most important player on the field. I would go quarterback,
Yeah.
and then I would argue rusher, because if a rusher can get in a quarterback's head, like
It forces
you
them to
shut down the whole
a
offense,
terrible
and then the
ball.
offense
Yeah.
can't drive. And so it's like when you have a really good rusher, that
Makes a big
Yeah, it
difference.
makes a big difference. So, congrats to her for making the national team. I also think it's her third year.
Third? Oh, wow.
I'm pretty sure.
So there's a lot of girls
For
this is their third year.
for sure second, because she played last year.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it is her third year. So,
And we
and
have
then we've got Madison Fulford.
Great player.
Great player. So my first year playing in this whole flag football world was back in 2023, and my second tournament ever was Worlds.
Crimson
in
Wave.
Tampa, with Crimson Wave, and I actually went out a day earlier. Just because like I was on a co-ed team, and then some of the other Crimson Wave girls, they were on another co-ed team. And so I went out to go support them.
Yeah.
I think that Friday night, and that Friday night, they had the Gauntlet platform. That was.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Do you guys know the rules to Gauntlet
The
it is
QB
weird.
can run. You can only have 7 players on the
Yeah.
roster.
So seven players,
think it's-
seven players
roster.
max. You start from the midfield, and you offense starts from the midfield, and you get 4 downs to get a touchdown. The QB can run off the snap. There is no QB clock.
Oh,
There's
wow.
no if there's no rushing, there's no clock.
Huh.
And then offense can shed blocks, and vice versa. Defense can jam within 2 yards.
Do they still do that format?
I don't know.
I haven't heard of that format.
I remember like when we were starting, there was talk that was going to be the Olympic format
Yes,
for a
yeah,
while. I'm glad it wasn't. It didn't end up being that because like I
think-
don't.
I think jamming or shutting off blacks would be kind of fun.
If there was something I could add to non-contact, it would be jamming because
Yeah.
I just think that's a fun component of the game. I don't like formats where the quarterback can run, except
it.
like when there's 8s and there's blocking. I think that's fine. Or when there's like, if there's blocking, I'm okay with it. But like if there's not blocking, like you shouldn't be able to run. Like
Yeah.
it's just makes this game too quarterbacks. The game's already so quarterback centric. When a QB can run, it's a QB show.
Oh, for sure. I took that huge advantage when I played up in Idaho. So anyway, sorry, we were getting off topic here, but
You're good. Did she
Gauntlet.
play in
So
that format?
yeah, so Lights Out ended up winning that.
I forgot about
That
Lights Out.
Lights Out. They're operating under Game Changers
Yeah,
now,
now they're
right?
Game Changers,
Is
yeah.
that how it's okay?
Yeah, I forgot about that.
And looking back, they definitely had a stacked team. They had Ava Wallace. They had
She was probably like 16 at that point.
yeah, it was crazy. So yeah, Ava, yeah, damn, she was young. So they had Ava Wallace, Ashley Clam, and then Ashley Edwards, and like,
Oh, wow.
look, I mean, now I know who those players are, but I
the
didn't
time.
know who those
Yeah.
players were. But the name that stuck out was Madison Fulford, and
so fast.
I, watching her play, really appreciate her style, and from someone that, plays to that kind of style where your running goes probably 70% of
Yeah.
the time. And, when it counts, like you have to come down with those contested balls. So I really appreciate that, she's willing to put her body on the line. For that, there's been times where you see her land, straight on her back and you're getting up kind of slow, but she was the first name that I
That stuck out
heard.
to you.
Yeah, that stuck out to me on the national team.
Yeah.
So that's Madison Fulford for you. This is her 3rd year as well. So congrats to her and excited for her to see what she does this year. But
That's a good team.
yeah.
Receivers.
Let me preference on saying this, right? I think our main goal for this podcast is to just be a vibe. Before this episode, we did kind of discuss about this, where it's just like we want to be a vibe, but at the same time, oh gosh, this is when the hot take comes in, and I don't see Lacey Abell on there.